It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond, and welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's our last show of 2019. Time to meet Team 327, Tom Crawford, Blue Belly Tom, my longtime broadcast partner covering almost 18 years. He's a regular contributor to thewolverine.com and creator of the Crawford Podcasting Network in show number 38 in 2019, Tom.
I like that. The leading score for Press Pass All-Stars. I'll take it.
You're the John Teskey. You were there today,
I
right?
was there today for UMass Lowell. Put a bow on that non-conference slate. A few cupcakes in there. But on to Big Ten play a week from today. Michigan State at DeBrez.
Yeah. Some people were wondering who got it worse, Crawford having to watch that game against UMass Lowell, or what I did watching the Lions and the Packers.
I didn't even know they played.
Of course you did.
The voice you hear and the face you see would be Rico Beard, longtime Detroit radio and TV personality. He's a Specs Howard broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and he is the host of the Spartan Beat, weekdays from noon to 1. Spotlight Radio Network, and you are in show 26 this year. You're number 2 guy.
Load management, Tom. You know, I realized I had to get some other guys involved.
It's always next year, buddy.
I got to keep other guys involved so that, like, when guys like Lindsay come in, they're able to bring it. Okay. You know, I can't steal the show. You need the help. You need it.
Just taking one for the team, ladies and
You need the help.
Team player right there.
Also want to introduce Lindsay Huddleston. He is the founder of Sports Psychology Solutions. He is a podcast pro, and he is a regular contributor every Thursday from 3 to 4, The Drive with Jack, the Spotlight Radio Network, and the Dean Trailways On the Road Tour. And it's your 12th appearance here in 12 months.
12 and 12 months. I'm consistent. That's good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Great being here.
Lots of stuff going on. We're going to be talking about the college football playoff and the 2 semifinals. We know at least 3 teams that were there. The 4th one hasn't made it there yet, but Oklahoma will get there sometime next month. And we know the pairing now for the national championship. It's Tigers versus Tigers.
Same fight song, too.
Exactly. You play that Tiger Rag. You're going to be so sick of that.
Over and over and over.
Over and over and over.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
We're also going to be talking about Michigan State football and the win in the Pinstripe Bowl. Michigan going up against Alabama in Orlando on New Year's Day. We'll take a look at the Big Ten. It's 9 bowl games, off to a good start. We'll also talk about college basketball. Tom mentioned Michigan in action, Michigan State today, and the Detroit Lions. And our long local nightmare is over at 3, 12, and 1. We'll be right back. College football playoff next.
Come visit Heritage Village, a 55 and older community offering 1 and 2 bedroom apartments and now brand new studios. We don't just care for people, we care about people.
Big Bang Character Prototype Sheldon. The Big Bang Theory. 5 nights a week.
With MSU-FCU's Visa Signature Card, receive 3% cash back on groceries, 2% cash back on gas, travel, and universities, and 1% cash back on everything else. Open your MSU-FCU Visa Signature Card today.
Boy, it's just what I thought. It's all going to have to come out.
If you don't have dental insurance, paying the bill can be really expensive. After all, just a simple cleaning can cost $150. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But now you can get dental insurance for about $1 a day from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. Call us for a free information kit. Our dental insurance helps cover over 350 procedures, everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no deductibles and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you choose. Take the pain out of big dental bills with Physicians Mutual. Call us now for your free information kit with all the details.
Download the Fox 47 News app and stay connected everywhere you go.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
What a night, what a journey for our team. What a way to end a great decade tonight. Unbelievable decade that we just finished up, and just really proud of our guys, proud of these seniors. They got their 55th win tonight. It ties a college football record.
It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a purple and gold crowd in that Superdome. The state of Louisiana is going to be on fire. But all those things doesn't win the football game for you. We have to prepare. We have to study. We have to be ready to play our best football game. Obviously, when you're playing a national championship game, you'll be playing a very, very good football team. So all those things on the perimeter are nice. It's just like in a fight. When you get hit with the first punch, all that stuff goes out the window, and you got to play football. So we're going to prepare, whoever it may be, and obviously we feel that's going to be an advantage playing at home, and we love that it is at home, but that's not going to win the game for you.
There you see Dabo Swinney, Clemson head coach, trying to get back-to-back national championships, and Ed Orgeron of top-seeded LSU. It was Joe Burrow Day, and he was spectacular in Atlanta. He was bemoaning the fact afterward that he did throw 10 incompletions and that they had to punt once. Can you imagine that?
Wow. Perfectionist.
Take their #1 ranking away.
I mean, I guess you got to complain about something. Yeah. I mean, you can't come out there and say, I was the man. Because everybody else was patting him on the back. Somebody had to cut him. I mean, he was playing 7-on-7 out there.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Lindsey Huddleston, have you ever seen a better first half for a quarterback than Joe Burrow, 7 touchdown passes in the first 30 minutes?
No, I have not. And when you look at his Heisman speech and how he was so team-orientated, so committed to Coach O, I'm not surprised that he was able to execute the way he did on that stage. The concern is, was that the best that we were going to see, and will we see that in the national championship game going forward?
We saw 63 points put up. That is a record for the college football playoff, 63-28 to be exact. And they asked Burrow, when do you want to score again? He just kept saying sooner. So that worked out just fine for him.
That was weak.
Bad
Tom, when you think about the other game, and that was really a classic. Ohio State got off to that lead, and then so many plays that could have gone the other way. But you had the roughing the kicker, you had the targeting call. Those led to Clemson scores. Finally, Trevor Lawrence comes back, leads them on a game-winning drive, and then Ohio State comes back, looks like they might get it done, only to throw an interception on a broken route.
Yeah, I came this short of actually feeling sorry for Ohio State. It wasn't there, but I'll tell you what, though, the Clemson Tigers, in my opinion, won this game in the first half with a red zone defense. Yeah. First and goal inside the 10 for the Buckeyes twice. Yeah. They had to settle for field goals. Should have been 28-0 at halftime. It was 16-0.
Is it really red zone defense if Ohio State drops the passes?
Well, whatever. They accomplished. I mean,
I'm not sure how much Clemson had to do with that.
It wasn't like it was breakups. They just dropped passes.
But it was Clemson in the second half leveraging that. And then that 94-play drive, 4 plays to win the game.
23 fewer plays and 99 fewer yards for Clemson, and they still won the game. Dominated statistically, but Rico, was Ohio State jobbed by one call in particular? It looked like it was a scoop and score, and then on replay, they reversed it, I think that maybe they had it right the first time.
I think they had it right the first time. The referees came out and said, well, you saw it in slow motion. It looked as if he had 3 steps. And I'm thinking to myself, if you have 3 steps in slow motion, then you have 3 steps in real time.
He had 3 steps
I'm so tired of that. Slow motion versus real time is what you evaluate.
Real time, it was like he had it. He moved the ball away from the defender. It was a scoop and score. Now, can you say that was the reason why they lost? No. But if you're a Buckeye fan, you could be upset because you took 7 points off the board.
Yeah. I think the whole game changed.
Right, they needed that because like Clemson got the momentum shift on that targeting penalty.
That's what flipped the game. Right there.
So that's
Plus they lost a very good player.
Absolutely.
Scoop and score could have did the same thing for Ohio State. So the Ohio State made a ton of mistakes. J.K. Dobbins played a great game, but he also played an awful game. If you can do both, like Joe Burrow's played great, but Dobbins.
Chris Olave, same thing, right? He made a great play for a touchdown, and then he breaks off his route.
Bottom line, a hard-hitting game. I thought it was intense. I enjoyed that game.
Rico, how do you see LSU Clemson in 15 days in New Orleans? Big home field advantage for LSU.
Yeah, LSU. I mean, I just, they've won all their national titles in New Orleans, believe it or not. I just think they got too much for Clemson. That's why you want to be number 1 seed and not the number 2 seed, because you got an easy game and then you prepare for the winner after these 2 teams beat each other up.
Tom, Clemson doesn't know how to lose. Can they go 30-0 in 2 seasons?
No. This is 14-point decision minimal as far as LSU. LSU is so far ahead of both Ohio State and Clemson. It's just glaring to me.
Lindsey, can I sell you on Clemson?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Never know.
All right. We'll work on that Thursday on the Drive with Jack. We'll be right back. Talking Michigan State, going green up next.
It's the end of the year and the Graf dealerships have too many vehicles. That's bad news for us, but good news for you. It's the Graf year-end blowout. It's your last chance to get the car, truck, or SUV you want at the best prices of the year.
During the Graf year-end blowout, get $3,000 minimum for your trade and drive off in a new Chevy Equinox for just $141 per month or a new Chevy Trax for just $104 per month.
Save a lot of money and start the new year off the right way in a Graf Chevrolet during Graf's year-end blowout going on now.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as a side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
I'm Tara from the Holt and Diamonddale Insurance Agency. We specialize in knowing your business and farm needs. From heavy equipment to offices, we have you covered. Call your hometown team today for your insurance checkup.
Here we go. It's my turn to make history. Start your engine!
Daytona 500, February 16th on Fox.
Get in the saving zone at Capital Honda because you should be driving a Honda from Capital Honda.
Come visit Heritage Village, a 55 and older community offering 1 and 2 bedroom apartments and now brand new studios. We don't just care for people, we care about people.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Going Green segment. Brought to you by Graf Chevrolet and Graf Nissan on West Grand River and Okemos. With 105 years in the automobile business, they'll take great care of you, as they have on all 7 of my leases and purchases. Go green, go Graf.
Had a lot of yardage in the second half, really 3 big drives in the second half. Don't come away with points, a couple interceptions, an interception and a fumble, but Some things you can control, some things you cannot. But huge plays by our defense, 2 times getting off on, I think 3 times maybe on 4th down, getting off the field. So Elijah Collins has a big day, some big runs. Brian Lewerke has a huge day. Cody White has a big day. Huge catches at the end of the game there in the 4th quarter, contested catches. And I just can't say enough about our football team and our seniors, that they've stayed together. And when you win a football game at the end of the year, when you win a bowl game, when so much goes into it from a preparation standpoint, it's a good feeling, it's a very positive feeling. So we'll take it from there, and I'll answer some questions.
Michigan State head coach Mark D'Antonio, Lindsey Huddleston, after the first scoring drive by Wake Forest, initial possession, until Michigan State had 2 kneel downs at the end of the game. Spartans outgained the Demon Deacons 500-286. What does this offensive improvement and a second half defensive shutout mean, if anything, in a 7-6 disappointing season?
It has to be positive. You and I remember on the road last season, game after game, hearing the offense must improve, it must improve. Here you have a victory in a bowl game with offensive improvement. Looks like Coach D'Antonio has kind of played it right, and he may have his chance to prove people wrong next season.
Tom Crawford, you always talk about the importance of bowl wins.
Yes.
You've said that forever. What does it mean that Mark D'Antonio is 6-2 in his last 8 bowl games and 8-3 if you count Big Ten championship games during that span?
Well, winning bowl games is huge. It helps recruiting, helps momentum in the offseason workouts, gets the fans all revved up. But we're in a world of what have you done for me lately? And when you go to the Red Box Bowl and then the Pinstripe Bowl, these last 2 bowl outings get a split from that.
Right.
That's not going to generate a lot of rev in the fan base. I know Michigan State fans who told me they wanted Michigan State to lose that game to force change. I said, that's not going to happen. You might as well cheer for them to win. There's not going to be change. And and D'Antonio has earned that right. But I just think that the 6 bowl wins, that was more in the past now than in the present.
People who thought that whether Wake scored 1 more touchdown was going to change Mark D'Antonio's ideas completely and make wholesale changes over this, they don't know Mark D'Antonio.
No, there's not going to be any change. And who knows? If they had lost, there wouldn't be any change. When the president comes out and but he endorses the president comes out and endorses D'Antonio, the AD Bill Beekman is not going to. He's all for for D'Antonio, and Izzo says I'll walk out of here if he gets whacked. I mean, it's not, nothing's going to change.
You knew there wasn't going to be any changes, especially when you didn't see any of the backup QBs take any series. I mean, that's D'Antonio. That game went exactly how he wanted it to go, and that's just how he is. So, winning, losing.
But there were some young players that did show me something in that game. So,
I think so too.
There's some excitement for Michigan State.
I don't think the president of the university or the athletic director can do anything but support the coach until he's not the coach anymore. We saw what happened with George Perlis and Peter McPherson, where he gave him this standard he had to meet. All that does is destroy a team. We saw that with Illinois basketball a couple years ago. They were on their way to a great season. That doesn't work either. Rico, nothing can erase the stench of those giveaways to Arizona State and Illinois and what happened in the blowouts, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Penn State, and Michigan. But is there any significance to winning a bowl game that Notre Dame, Iowa, Northwestern, Wisconsin all won and used as a springboard?
I mean, it is. I guess it really depends a lot on who's going to be leading this team next year at the quarterback position. That's where I'll
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
I get that question all the time. I got it today at the Lions game.
Okay,
I have no idea.
Here's the thing. If I'm thinking like me, I don't know. If I'm thinking like Mark D'Antonio, it's Rocky Lombardi. He's going to jam Rocky down our throat. He's going to say, Rocky's good, Rocky's good, Rocky's good.
I think it's going to be an open competition in the spring. There may be another quarterback coming in the portal. We don't even know yet. We'll talk Michigan football up next.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-905-0468. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-905-0468.
The Red Box Bowl, Monday at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on Fox.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's motor coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Fields, the throw, steps up, delivers deep down the field. He's got a receiver. Olave, touchdown, Buckeyes. Dobbins trying to get outside, cuts it inside, touchdown. Fields to throw it, pump fake, scrambles, sets, fires, touchdown, Garrett Wilson.
Nix keeps it, scores, standing up, touchdown, Otter. Jones throws, it is intercepted on the fly. Smoke Monday, touchdown, Otter. And they're going to give it off to Shivers. Shivers slipped a little. Oh, and Shivers is in. Took somebody's helmet with him. Touchdown, Otter.
There you see Michigan and Alabama in their last games. Disappointing games against arch rivals for both of them. We thought we might get Michigan and Alabama beginning of the season. People were talking about that in Chicago, but not in this game. Maybe in the one that would have been played yesterday.
Yeah, they were going to win the Big Ten championship and go to the playoffs.
Oh, God.
Tom, I see this as a great opportunity for Michigan. How does Jim Harbaugh outcoach Nick Saban and get this done?
Well, offensively, Michigan's going to have to not turn the ball over. I mean, and that can be done. And they can attack Alabama's defense. It's the other side of the ball that I'm deeply concerned about. When you have 4 NFL receivers, you have an offensive line that can pass pro their quarterback. I don't care who he's back to. He's going to have a ton of time against Michigan's undersized defense. That's the problem. What's going to happen on Wednesday? And Jack, I'm going to be honest. You know me. I'm love goggle you when it comes to Michigan.
Yeah.
I see this maybe like a 41-24, 17 point. I think it's going to take, in my estimation, Michigan's going to have to score 42 points to win this.
It's a 7-point spread,
I
right?
think you're sandbagging.
And that's spread. No, I'm not sandbagging. No, I do not sandbag.
Okay.
This is a legitimate prediction. And I think that if I was a betting man, I mean, and I know I was in Vegas where I could legally bet.
Yeah.
I'd be all over that.
How important is it for Michigan and for Jim Harbaugh to get a win here and be 2-8 in his 5 years against Ohio State in bowls instead of 1-9?
You just love those sticks. I think it's very important, first of all, to answer your question, to get that momentum, get that sour taste out of their mouths of these Ohio State losses, 8 straight losses. As a program in 15 out of 16 Ohio State. And Harbaugh can't beat Ohio State. And he's got an advantage over Mark D'Antonio, but he doesn't have one over Ohio State. So gotta win this game. But like I said, you got to win the game, but it's not going to happen, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong.
Rico, would you be more shocked than I would, and definitely more shocked than Tom would, if Harbaugh figures a way to outcoach his tax bracket buddy Nick Saban?
Actually, I wouldn't, because in bowl games, a lot of times it comes down to the motivation versus the talent.
Yeah.
Which team is more motivated to be there? And sometimes that's the team that jumps out on top. The talented team doesn't always win, because you've seen it before, like Georgia last year against Texas. Georgia should have killed Texas, but Georgia didn't want to be there. For Alabama, you don't go to Bama to play in the Citrus Bowl. You don't. So if Nick Saban pulls this off, it's going to be one of his best speeches to fire that team up.
You're sandbagging. You're sandbagging.
No,
you are. You're sandbagging.
How am I sandbagging?
You're framing it. If Michigan wins, it's because Alabama doesn't care. That's how you play it.
Alabama has more talent, Tom. Now, it's not.
Well, you agree with that?
No,
right?
not too many times.
There's
not too many times you could say that for Michigan, but Alabama has much more talent than Michigan.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. Michigan has the motivation. Alabama has the talent. Which one shows up?
Lindsay, taking a look at these teams' schedules for 2019, are these two preseason conference favorites meeting in the Disappointment Bowl?
The Disappointment Bowl. I think people are disappointed for different reasons. I don't think it's fair that the Alabama faithful can be so upset that they're in this type of bowl game right now compared to what they've done over the last several seasons. With Michigan, it's probably a different story. You want them to be able to do more, but it is a letdown, and I don't know if many people are going to tune in, but the faithful who've been following these teams.
Because Bama schedules the semifinals. I mean, they put that on the schedule. Mm-hmm. We're going to semifinals.
You'll be a highly watched
game.
Highly
watched.
Who would have thought Michigan haters?
Yeah. The LSU loss, okay, but to give up 48 points to Auburn, they're going to have to live with that one a long time. Remember the last time that Alabama lost to Auburn and they wound up playing Michigan State? The last 2 times, in fact, when they played Michigan State, they were coming off losses to Auburn.
They'll be motivated.
And they took it out on the Spartans.
They did.
2010 and
they didn't have Don Brown. Defense.
All right.
Better than us?
We'll be right back. The big picture. We're going to talk about the Big Ten in its 9 bowl games. And we talk about surprises. Wasn't one person on this panel last week that thought Iowa would do what it did to USC. That was a spectacular performance by the Hawkeyes. We'll talk about that. A record-setting day for Kirk Ferentz.
It's the end of the year and the Graf dealerships have too many vehicles. That's bad news for us, but good news for you. It's the Graf year-end blowout. It's your last chance to get the car, truck, or SUV you want at the best prices of the year.
During the Graf year-end blowout, get $3,000 minimum for your trade and drive off in a new Chevy Equinox for just $141 per month or a new Chevy Trax for just $104 per month.
Save a lot of money and start the new year off the right way in a Graf Chevrolet. During Graf's year-end blowout going on now.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as a side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
Enjoy those stars while you got them. I will. Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Greg.
Welcome to Delicious.
The time is now to buy a new Ford at Grand Ledge Ford or Merrill Ford at Okemos during the year-end sales event. Save over $5,000 on a brand new 2020 Ford Escape or $16,000 on a brand new 2019 F-150. And with over 700 vehicles available between both dealerships, I know we've got the car that you want. Check us out online, GrandLedgeFord.com, MerrillFord.com. Always working hard for you.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for The Big Picture, brought to you by Dean Trailways. With trips for every season, Dean takes care of the details so you can enjoy the experience, including daily casino runs and great getaways to northern Michigan and Chicago, where Doug Warren and I were for the NFL Legends Classic. That's Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
I think they both approve of this one. And this is Coach Fry's the guy who built this program, got it back up on his feet. There's so many of us that owe him so much. And I just hope his family enjoyed this one tonight.
I know they did. Congratulations.
Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. You put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Only in Iowa can you do the hokey pokey and people would love it.
Paying homage
It
to
ain't
one.
the type of way, so hokey pokey. A little different.
You know, it's funny with Hayden Fry and what he meant to the state of Michigan. People don't know that the Ford Mustang was named for Hayden Fry's team in 1963. Lee Iacocca came to Ann Arbor and watched Michigan beat SMU, and he was so impressed with the way the Mustangs played that they named the car the Ford Mustang. People,
Oh, you're kidding. Are you serious?
This is documented.
Whoa.
Also, people don't understand, Rico and Lindsay, and I got this directly from Hayden when he came to get the Duffy Daugherty Memorial Award, that he lost to Michigan State 23-15 in 1969, and he said, you know, I was just glad to be somewhere where I wasn't getting death threats, because he played a guy named Jerry Levias, the first black player in the Southwest Conference, and they thought they were going to kill him.
Chuck Hickson was a quarterback.
Chuck Hickson was a quarterback in that. And you can see the relationship with Hayden Fry. You got 2 coaches in 41 years at the University of Iowa.
Amazing.
I've covered 10 at Michigan State.
Yeah.
So when you
kinda
think
like the
about
Pittsburgh
this,
Steelers.
Kirk Ferentz now tying Joe Paterno with 10 bowl wins, a Big Ten school. Tom, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, you've been bullish on Kirk Ferentz for years, every year. You just think he can walk on water, and I think he can. I think this Iowa team really impressed me lately. They've won 3 straight bowl games. My God, they got like all top receivers coming back this year. I think this team is on a roll. They had a top 25 recruiting class. Iowa is on a roll, in my opinion, and I think they're going to win the Big Ten West. I think they're going to be in Indy next year.
Against?
No comment. Ohio State.
Rico, what about your buddy, James Franklin? And the Nittany Lions, a big win over Memphis in the Cotton Bowl. What did that mean?
I think for James, he was in a no-win situation because you're going up against a Group of 5 team in Memphis. You got to win that game. You got more talent than them. Memphis gave them a battle. They could not put them away. It's one of those games at the end. Franklin wipes his brow, you know, and kind of says, okay, we got to go back to the drawing board. We're close, but, you know, the offseason is going to be like the other 13 teams in the Big Ten. Yeah. How do you beat Ohio State?
Big Ten off to a 3-1 start in bowls. Could be, maybe should be 4-0 at this point.
Yep.
Not likely that the league is going to go 8-1, but if it did, that'd be a nice going away present for Jim Delaney.
I mean, it would. I think Jim Delaney would like to swap it out and have Ohio State win the national championship.
Sure.
That would have been a perfect way to go out. But, yeah, I think going 8-1 and watching 8 other teams up on the podium celebrating, holding trophies would be a good going-away gift.
Lindsey, 5 Big Ten teams yet to play. When you think about those games, which ones leave with a victory?
I don't know. There's probably still a little PJ Fleck magic going around when they meet up against Auburn.
Are
We'll
you
see what happens
rowing?
with that. I'm rowing. I'm still a Western guy,
You're crazy.
But I'm
nuts.
rowing. There's still something else that can happen. We know there's always another big story with college football. There might be enough time left, and we'll see what happens with that.
What about Indiana? Anybody buying that one?
That's going to be an interesting game. Great opportunity for them. Playing a prominent bowl game. The last time, I mean, that's been a long time, but I don't know.
The most likely Big Ten team left to win and the least likely is? Tom, you want to weigh in on that?
I'll go with the least likely, the Michigan Wolverines.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're just really not sold.
No, I'm just,
I mean, in all seriousness, you're not really feeling them.
Not feeling it. No,
I think least likely is Illinois against Cal.
Really?
Yeah.
Cal?
Yeah. I'm not feeling it with Illinois.
But they kind of sputtered down the stretch.
I am kind of feeling Illinois.
You are,
I think they're going to end up
You watch
winning
your
that
Northwestern game at the end of the year?
I did, but that's a heated rivalry.
That's
That's for that
heated.
Lincoln hat or whatever it is.
All right, what about the most likely Big Ten team to win? Lindsey, you said, hey, don't give up on the Gophers. Which of these teams? How about Wisconsin? Can they get it done in the Rose Bowl? They're good in Rose Bowl.
They're good in Rose Bowls.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Badgers on Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd say probably the two between Minnesota and Wisconsin. But yeah, I think Wisconsin.
Minnesota? You really think Minnesota can beat Auburn? Are you crazy?
You don't have to ask him that question. You already know the answer. We'll be right back in just a minute. College basketball next.
Greasy pizza boxes.
Glass bottles not emptied.
Yogurt containers with. Ew!
Michigan needs to recycle better, and that change starts with you. Learn the rules of recycling at recyclingraccoons.org.
Whether your insurance need is for business, farm, and agriculture, or protecting your home and auto, experience the benefit of a local agent who cares about you with the David Chapman Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Visit davidchapmanagency.com.
Happy holidays from Stadium Auto Connection, where you can find cars, SUVs, vans, and trucks $3,000 or under, with new units arriving daily.
Stop in for a hassle-free car buying experience today. Happy holidays, baby!
Greasy pizza boxes.
Glass bottles not emptied.
Yogurt containers with. Ew!
Michigan needs to recycle better, and that change starts with you. Learn the rules of recycling at recyclingraccoons.org.
Last Man Standing's back. Bingo. This Thursday on Fox.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's motor coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Take It to the Bank segment, brought to you by Dart Bank. Dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years, with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holton South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most.
Yeah, well, obviously it's a great experience for our players to play in this environment. Sunday afternoon game at 2 o'clock in a packed house against the top 10 opponent in the country. So, win or lose, I want my guys to enjoy this experience and learn something about ourselves. Our goal is to get better and get ready for conference play. We got to get healthy more than anything else. We're really thin. And we ran into a hot shooting Michigan team today, but I wasn't so much concerned with the wins and losses. I just wanted to make sure that we keep getting better and stay together as a team.
That is UMass Lowell coach Pat Duquette. Hello, Pat. First time we've ever seen you. Probably be the last.
Oh, it will.
Tom, did they really have a full house today?
They did. I can't believe.
How did that happen?
This is the way it's been.
No students.
No students. They had, I don't know, they brought Chicago Vogue Tech, Juwan's old high school, loaded up a bus and came to pay homage.
They give away Fab Five posters?
I don't know, but it's been this way all year. It was that way against Elon.
It's not a recruiting violation?
No, I don't know what the case. Alumni, okay? No eligibility.
Absolutely. I doubt they got players to play at Michigan.
Tom, I know you thought that Michigan would be in the college football playoff this year, year 5, with Jim Harbaugh, and you thought they might struggle initially with Juwan Howard.
Yeah.
So how is it that as we exit 2019, Juwan Howard's basketball team has a better record than Jim Harbaugh's football team?
Oh, Jack, another dig at Harbaugh. Well, maybe playing Elon, Houston Baptist University, Appalachian State.
They played Gonzaga. They
I
played
understand
North Carolina.
that, but I'm trying to explain the 9
Louisville.
wins, okay? There's still some cupcakes in there, okay? Let's be real. But, Michigan's doing is doing really well, I think. The key thing, though, is in that game last week against Presbyterian, not the church, Isaiah Livers pulls a groin muscle. And a pulled groin is one of those things that could be 2 weeks. It could be 16 weeks. And he wasn't even dressed today. That's a big loss for Michigan. And, Brandon Johns played very well. So it's going to really test the depth. So it's adjusting to the absence of Isaiah Livers with on-court leadership and off-court, whatever. It's going to be the key for Michigan. See how far they go in the Big Ten race.
And John Teskey played well. This was a stat stuffer game for him against a team with nobody bigger than 6'7".
Exactly. And the thing about John Teskey, he leverages his size. He's 7'2". When he's a lot bigger than the other guy, he can dominate. But big thing will be going against the bigs like he ran into Illinois, and that was a whole different story, as you well know in Champaign.
Rico, we talk about Michigan and Michigan State meeting 1 week from today. 4:30 over at Breslin Center. When you look at these teams' January schedules, how will they do? What games will they lose?
January schedule I think the Big Ten is showing that, it's difficult to win on the road.
Yeah.
So it's not a slam against you, Tom, to say that they may not win the game at the Breslin Center. For Michigan State, going to Purdue. That's always a tough place to go to.
What about looking ahead maybe to Michigan and getting Illinois, a team that could give them fits on Thursday?
It's possible. I mean, Cassius sat out the game tonight, but they're resting him for the Illinois game. I think Illinois is going to be a difficult game because they're going to bring a lot of pressure, but I think they don't play the greatest of defenses, and I think Michigan State at home. If this game was at Illinois, as we saw last year, Illinois could beat them.
I think
at home.
I actually think Michigan State is going to have more trouble with Illinois than they are Michigan.
That's fair, because Illinois is going to pressure the ball.
Illinois nags the crap out
They pressure the ball 94 feet. You don't.
They got two
relax.
bigs up front.
What would it say, Lindsay, if Michigan State should win those 2 games next week, then beat Minnesota coming in, a lot of home games at the front loaded in the Big Ten schedule, and get off to a 5-0 start in the conference?
I mean, that would be great for Michigan State. That'll be going back to that preseason #1 type ranking. Also give them a boost of confidence and kind of get those other players who don't play as much an opportunity to get in there and establish themselves and maybe set them up for a Big Ten championship at the end.
It was a slow week for college basketball. It kind of stepped back and let football have its moment. But we did have Kentucky yesterday in overtime beating Louisville. And today, in a matchup of one-loss teams, West Virginia came into Columbus and beat number 2 Ohio State.
That was a football hangover game. The whole university was jolted by the loss and affected their basketball program.
Is that what it was?
Did they have any calls in that game where there was a replay and overturned it and got the wrong call or said the pass wasn't complete?
Yeah,
But back to Michigan State though, having those 3 home games, that might be fool's gold because when that schedule evens out and you got to go on the road.
You got to play 10 road games.
Well, that's what I said. I think when they play at Purdue, I think that's going to be the one on the 12th, and Indiana. Indiana beat them twice last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how Indiana beat them twice last year.
Yeah. Indiana doesn't know how they beat
them. And this is a little bit better Indiana team with Trace Jackson out there on the court. So
Rocket Watt's back. Cassius will be back next week. They're going to need all the guards they can get. We'll be right back talking Lions next.
Boy, it's just what I thought. It's all going to have to come out.
If you don't have dental insurance, paying the bill can be really expensive. After all, just a simple cleaning can cost $150. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But now you can get dental insurance for about $1 a day from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. Call us for a free information kit. Our dental insurance helps cover over 350 procedures, everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no deductibles and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you choose. Take the pain out of big dental bills with Physicians Mutual. Call us now for your free information kit with all the details.
Download the Fox 47 News app, available for iOS and Android.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Greg.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's the end of the year and the Graf dealerships have too many vehicles. That's bad news for us, but good news for you. It's the Graf year-end blowout. It's your last chance to get the car, truck, or SUV you want at the best prices of the year.
During the Graf year-end blowout, get $3,000 minimum for your trade and drive off in a new Chevy Equinox for just $141 per month or a new Chevy Trax for just $104 per month.
Save a lot of money and start the new year off the right way in a Graf Chevrolet. During Graf's year-end blowout going on now.
The Ticket Machine is your local connection to concert, theater, and sporting event tickets nationwide. Our entertainment experts are ready to help you create a memorable experience, trusted by fans for more than 20 years. Whether you're looking for tickets for your corporate outing, family excursion, or vacation, we offer the best seats and the best prices. Grab a front row seat now on theticketmachine.com.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Law of the Jungle segment, brought to you by Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, your healthy alternative to fast food. Eat Woody's and live longer. I'm talking about chicken shawarma with baked breast meat and hummus made fresh in a 3-day process. That's why I'm there every week. Stop and see Chuck DeLita and their terrific staff on Trowbridge, or find Woody's favorites at Tom's Foods, Horrocks, and all across MSU's campus.
That was a tough game, man. I don't even really know what to say right now. That's life in the National Football League, but really pleased with our guys in terms of that mentality of never quitting, being resilient. You got to give Detroit a ton of credit. And we knew they were going to battle us, and it was very similar to the last time we played them. But just happy we found a way to get it done, although it wasn't pretty. And now it's a 0-0 season. We're on to the playoffs.
Green Bay rookie head coach Matt LaFleur, Mount Pleasant product, and doing a great job with the Packers. Depending on what happens tonight with the Niners and the Seahawks, either going to be the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed in the NFC. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Gentlemen, sitting in Ford Field today, I managed to see both Lions-Packers game this season and did not see the Packers lead for 1 second on the clock, but they won both games. Hard to do. Lindsay, if you are
That's crazy.
you are Martha Ford, okay? And you have to make some changes. What is wrong with this franchise? How do you fix it?
Oh, thanks for the easy question, Jack. That's great. I think it's beyond being fixed. I think there's a deep-seated mindset. You could talk about a team that can be ahead every game until the end. It's an issue of execution, and do they believe in the people who are leading them? So someone's probably going to have to be removed from that equation, and it's more than likely not going to be Martha Ford. Someone has to be removed to bring some new confidence that people can follow through on the execution to get the type of wins they're supposed to get when they're supposed to get them.
Tom Crawford, the Lions started 2-0-1. And their petition to play a 3-game season was denied. After 4 games, they had a better record than the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens never lost again, and the Lions won one of their last 12. When you look at this season, did they slip into the abyss with the losses to Kansas City and then the 1-point loss at Green Bay, when Matthew Stafford went down, or when Matt Patricia conducted his first practice?
Well, I mean, I thought, they were playing really well, as you indicated early on. But when you lose close games to formidable opponents like that, it kind of just sucks the oxygen right out of you. And you could see that every time they lost one of those tear-jerking games, they didn't have a little bit more. I mean, they were ahead in all these games. That was the crazy part. But I think it was the Raiders game when they lost that game, and that's when Stafford, didn't they shut him down after that game, after the Raiders game? And then that's when you knew the season is over at that point. The thing of it is, if you lose 9 straight games, the last 9 games, in a parity-driven league like the National Football League, you suck. I mean, how do you do that? I mean,
whoever
that's
thought
really
David
bad.
Blau would have one more NFL touchdown catch than Rondale Moore? Right? The guy did.
Exactly. I mean, it's a pathetic franchise.
Rico, as you look at the playoff picture now, and the AFC is set, Ravens won, the Chiefs moving into the 2 spot. They have home field. If they have to play the Patriots, they have a bye. Patriots losing at home today to Miami, fall to 3. They'll play the Titans hot. Texans versus the Bills. In the NFC, we know the Eagles are 4 and the Vikings are 6, but the others are all up in the air. Can you give me a team that is going to play next week that could also be playing Super Bowl Sunday?
I'll give you 2.
Give me 2.
I can give you, and as of right now, the Seahawks are losing. So, Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots. That's easy.
Ooh, that is pretty easy. Works out.
I got the easy question.
Those 2 won't be in the Super Bowl. We'll be right back.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's motor coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as the side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
The new Fox Sports app, now with live streaming. Download it from the App Store today.
You work hard for your money and you deserve to keep it. Why pay $1.99 to jumpstart your insurance for 7 days when you can start a 6-month policy for less? 30 days with Stop One Insurance costs less than 7 days with them. Everyone approved, no matter your driving history. Guaranteed. Call today, save today.
Hike! Get in the savings zone at Capital Honda with game-winning offers on the new 2019 Honda Civic LX, $189 a month, or new 2019 Honda CR-V EX all-wheel drive, $269 a month. You should be driving a Honda from Capital Honda.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for a Cool and Smooth segment brought to you by the 5 Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious Butterburgers and premium frozen custard. That's Culver's. Welcome to delicious.
Right, so that was Paris Ford that came flying over Glass. No hit or anything there. Oh, and then Mike Glass throws a punch.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And Mike Glass is going to be ejected from this game.
Everyone was talking about Eastern Michigan quarterback Mike Glass III and the great job he'd done.
What a bad, horrible ending to his career.
Ending to his career, and he can now go into UFC. We didn't expect that.
That was a bad look for EMU football.
Absolutely. All right, Team 327, as we get ready for a new year, who has been as cool and smooth as a Culver's mint explosion? Rico Beard, what about our play of the week?
Play of the week, I had it all set. I was going to give it to Michael Panishuk. Whenever the fat guy scores a touchdown, warms my heart. Way to go,
They
Mike.
got to pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Heaven forbid ESPN actually do some homework and research.
Even on SportsCenter, it kept getting mispronounced.
That's ESPN, right?
Okay.
Yeah, unless Michigan State's doing something wrong, and then Paula shows up. But anyway, Panishuk, it's not that hard. It's in the press guide. But I think I got to go with the play that I think turned the game and cemented it for Clemson last night. The scoop and score that ended up being overturned. I think that's going to be a play we're going to be hearing about in the offseason. And maybe it causes some type of a new rule change because looking at it in slow motion, if you have 3 steps in slow motion, that means you have 3 steps in regular time. I don't understand how they got overturned, and I didn't have a dog in the fight.
Coach told me last night that they got to change that because if you haven't tucked the ball away, it's not a catch, then a guy can catch the ball, he can just run with it out like this all the way down the field, and he can never fumble.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, Lindsay, what about our game of the week?
Well, following up with Rico, it had to be the semifinal game, Clemson versus Ohio State. What a great game, all the way to the finish.
Oklahoma?
No, you kind of knew where that was going, early on, but I think that was the game of the weekend. It had national championship implications.
It certainly did. Tom, what about team of the week?
I'm so tempted to give it to LSU because it was the best performance I've seen in like decades, but they're going to get that award probably in a couple weeks. I think about Clemson with that great comeback down 16-0, but I'm going to give it to the Iowa Hawkeyes for reasons we cited earlier to hang 49 in a bowl game on the West Coast against USC, which has been doing a lot of numbers on Big Ten teams. That was especially sweet, so I commend Kirk Ferentz and the Hawkeyes.
You know what's funny about that? The Big Ten can't win regular games on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But now they've gone out to the Holiday Bowl, and I think they won the last 3 or 4 Holiday Bowls. So
I just got nightmares of the 70s in the Rose Bowl with USC.
And we think that Wisconsin's got a good chance against Oregon, right?
I do.
I think they're going to win. Yeah,
I think they have a good chance too. All right. Player of the week, I'm going to split this. You can put them together and call him Brandy Lewickus if you want, but it's Brian Lewerke, Kenny Willekes, and they both did big things in the Pinstripe Bowl. Brian Lewerke had a tough go of it. So many injuries, so many things he's had to fight through, the inconsistency. And yet, he passes Connor Cook for the all-time total offense record, goes out a great game, and he was told by his friend in Ohio, Fraser, that he was going to have a 350-yard game his last one, and instead he has 366. So pretty good. And Kenny Willekes, a lot of guys would not have played in this game. Look what happened to him last year in the Red Box Bowl, breaking his leg. He said, I'm a captain. I'm not going to back out on my guys. I need to show them they elected me for a reason. We're going to go out and win this game. At least got that done. 7-6 season. Got to build on it. Want to thank Team 327, our last show of the year. Tom Crawford, Bluebelly Tom, Rico Beard, the Spartan Beat, Lindsay Huddleston, Sports Psychology Solutions, and we will be back with you next Sunday after Michigan State in Breslin Center. Happy New Year, everyone.